What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I am Alex, and here we are for another Friday. You guys will have to let me know, and I'll probably mention this a couple times throughout the stream. You have to let me know this is a new time. We're trying a new time slot, so you can let me know if you like it more, if you like it less. I think in some ways, like a later Friday night kind of stream is better, but also I don't want to disappoint the UK and the overseas crowd, and I know some of them really like the fact that I do live streams earlier so they can watch. So you'll have to let me know, and we can kind of adjust as it goes. Obviously, this is not exactly themed. We're going to talk about Gotham Knights in terms of... Now, here's the deal. I don't want to go over the spoilers, so let's kind of make that clear right off the bat. If there's ways of dancing around them, we can maybe talk about them, but this goes, I guess, for the live chat. We'll try to avoid the spoilers for Gotham Knights, but I do want to talk about the previews, the week we had. I want to talk about Hogwarts Legacy, the 3 character profiles that we got this week, if we get the Ravenclaw one as well. There was other news. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened with Death Stranding 2, and a Crash Bandicoot game is definitely happening at the Game Awards. So there was a lot that happened specifically today. Today was a big news day. And then we got to talk about, actually, we'll start at this point. I want to talk about my channel strike. Just to kind of get people kind of on board with what's happening and understanding what's happening and to kind of rally support and see what happens. So we'll say hi, hello, everybody, what's up, everybody, and then we'll kind of jump in. But welcome in. Like I said, Friday, new thing, or new time. And next Friday could be themed. We could have a guest, and then the Friday after is when Gotham Knights is out. So we'll that live stream is going to be different. We'll have to plan that, and I'll let you guys know kind of what's going on. But that's the deal for at least next week. It'll probably be themed. I don't think it'll be Gotham Knights themed, and the week after that will be definitely a Gotham Knights live stream of some sort that we'll talk about. So yes, so hello. Let's start here first. I guess I can pull it up I'll pull it up here so you guys can see it. If you guys could do me a favor, both live if you haven't, and also, in the video afterwards. So I got a copyright strike today. Not as serious, although it is still serious, but not as serious as a community guideline strike. But I did get a copyright strike for the spoiler thing I did yesterday. I guess the issue was although this is not confirmed, but the issue most likely was showing the picture, which I guess I shouldn't have done. And they took the video down, which is fine. By the way, I truly could care less if they take the video down. It doesn't honestly matter to me. But they issued the strike. If you get 3 strikes in 90 days, you're out. It's a 3-strike, you're out deal. It does expire after 90 days. But if you guys could just like this tweet or retweet this tweet or, whatever you want to do. I emailed them, Warner Bros., the email they provide. Haven't gotten anything back. Degenerate J, he also got struck. I think anybody that talked about the Gotham Knights thing got hit. And I don't even know if it was people showing it versus not showing the leaks. So, again, I'm not going to talk about the leaks. I do not want to do that. I want to make it kind of a safe space, even though that's a little cringe. But I want to be safe for those that don't know the leaks or don't want to know. I think that's totally cool. And that's why, one of the things I was most proud of last night when I did the leaks for Gotham Knights is I did not, I think the title and the thumbnail were perfect. Were honestly really good. In fact, other people who covered it, I thought theirs were worse. I thought they showed or hinted at it too much, what was going on in those leaks. So I did a really good job patting myself on the back because I think I did a really good job in terms of hiding it. But obviously the copyright system still got me. So if you could go support that tweet on Twitter, just follow me over there. That'd be very nice of you. And we'll see what happens. I don't want the video back up. Like if they say video can't go back up, fine. I could care less. Just drop the strike. I don't intend on getting 2 more strikes in the next 89 days. So I don't think my channel's going anywhere. It would be a tough day if that ever happened. But yeah, so I don't think that's going to happen. I think I've gotten one other strike that actually was resolved, and I got that strike 5 years ago, over 5 years. So I get like 1 strike per 5 years. So that's not that big of a deal. And I don't want to sound like I'm whining about it. Like, I did the tweet. Hopefully Team YouTube responds. Hopefully they email me back. If it doesn't happen, I mean, I did videos today like normal. There's videos over the weekend completely like normal. I'm not going to cry about it and mention it in every video. What's done is done. And we got a lot of, gaming stuff to talk about in videos. So I just want to kind of make that clear. I'm not crying about it. I want to raise awareness. Hopefully it gets resolved, and then after today is done, yeah, I guess if I have to wait 89 days, I have to wait 89 days. But that was the Gotham Knights stuff. Again, I don't want to talk about the leaks, but we can talk about, if you guys want to talk about the previews and stuff, because the game still does look really good. I'll be honest, getting a strike on my channel doesn't make me more excited for the game, okay? It honestly sours, my feelings a little bit, but I don't think any of them did it. I think it was more like a legal thing. So, I don't blame the, the people that are just head down, just are typing away every day on Gotham Knights. I don't blame them. And, I've seen some people say they're going to like cancel pre-orders and stuff. Don't do that in my, in my name. You do what you want with your money. If you don't want to support that stuff, that's definitely fair. Hello. Microsoft Brazil approves the deal. Yep, another one down. So a couple more to go. I think like four more boards across the world, including the bigger ones, to be honest with you. The bigger ones still have to approve the deal, and those are the ones that are taking longer. So that's something that, to think about. Taladia, Q, I Am Life of Dreads, hello. All big names here. Hope everyone's doing well. Alex, more leaks just dropped on Reddit. All trophies for the game. Ooh, and says who the main villains and side villains are. I heard about the side villains. I don't actually know. I don't actually know who the side villains are, but I did hear that was out there. Here's the thing. The trophy leaks, for not even just Gotham Knights, trophy leaks happen all the time for loads of games. And you can go on and you can look at the trophies quite often. It's not a rarity that the trophies for a game leaks early. So that does not surprise me, honestly. And if those came out, I don't know. Well, I'm not going to show pictures anymore, but if those came out, I'd probably cover it because that should be interesting. I like knowing the trophies or looking at the trophies, but obviously they would say the story stuff. And if you don't want spoilers, you can maybe skip those, but you could look at the other ones, just, the other trophies, maybe doing random other things. YouTube strikes are so scary because small creators like us don't have YouTube reps directly to reach out to. Yep, definitely going to go like the tweet. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, the boy Dave. Yeah, that's true. And, like I said, 5 years ago, I legitimately got one. And I think I showed a picture that was owned by somebody, like a graphics kind of person. And I didn't know. I mean, I truly had no idea. And they did a takedown. I was like, you don't have to, you could have just asked. You could have just emailed me. And but he was nice, and I agreed to link his stuff because I didn't even know he created it. So I linked his stuff, and he said, I'll let your video just go up live, and no harm, no foul. And so he was really nice. He was and I said that before. I really don't understand why YouTube doesn't have a system. And obviously somebody I think did tell me on Twitter, you could understand, I guess, why there is no warning system where you could just put up any video you want and YouTube will message you and say, hey, you got 2 hours to take that video down or you're going to get struck. I like that idea, but of course then people could get away with a lot. But there should probably be a system that takes the video down, does not issue a strike, but it lets you know exactly what the problem was, and then you could take the problem out and re-upload the video and there'd be no problems. Or you literally just leave it, really striking it. I don't know if striking it should even be a thing. I'm sure there could be something like that, but I really don't understand why there isn't some sort of warning where it's I'm not malicious. I didn't do that maliciously. If they emailed me and said, hey, you could talk about the leak, just don't show the picture, fine. I'd maybe make another video without it and put it up right now. And I was thinking about it, but I'm definitely not going to do that. But you know what I mean? Something so simple as that is not, most people are not evil. There are some trolls and some people that are going to hijack the system or whatever, but most people are not in it to, I'm not in it to ruin my channel or my life. You know what I mean? I would abide by their rules, but they're morons. I mean, the entire system is morons, but also Warner Bros. They're morons too. I mean, they really could have just messaged and reached out. Yes, they're a big company, that supports Ezra Miller and Amber Heard, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised about those fools. Huh? Yeah, I got to be careful. I don't want to sully my relation. What's the word? Is that word? Sully my relationship with the company. But I like Warner Bros. Games. I hate Warner Bros. In general. Don't worry, won't say what they are. Just wild that so much is leaked. Yeah. It's been, like games like this that are this big. There is a sense of it sucking that it leaks and that you can go years without anything and then it all happens. It'd be the same thing for God of War, who honestly, like, Odin leaked like what he looked like a couple months ago, but beyond that, like, they've been very clean. So, like, if next week it leaks, hey, Kratos dies, and this is how he dies and all that stuff, it's like, man, you got this close to the finish line. And it happened for The Last of Us, and it happens for a lot of Naughty Dog stuff, doesn't it? But it does suck. It does suck when that stuff happens. And that's why, and I've made mistakes when it comes to talking about leaks in terms of the title or thumbnail. I've made a handful, I'd say less than a handful of mistakes, but I haven't done it in years. I haven't made, I would say, a critical mistake in years on my channel, and I never did it purposely anyway. So, but even with the leak yesterday, I mean, I couldn't have been more secretive about it, and other people were a lot worse than what I did, and I think the audience, you guys, really respected it in the comments of the video last night, where people were saying, they did it to themselves. If you spoiled it, you spoiled it for yourself last night, from my videos, not anybody else's. What I missed? Not much. I'm playing as Nightwing, but having a feeling my homeboy gonna want him, so I'll choose Robin. Yeah, Robin, obviously we had the previews this week for Gotham Knights, and Robin looked awesome. He looked really, really good. And I watched a little bit of his gameplay even after the fact. So Robin looked great. The game does look pretty solid, and the trailer that came out today for Gotham Knights also looked really good. It's been a good week. And I thought, was it Wednesday? Is that the day that the previews came out? I thought that was like the biggest day for the game. Turns out that was last night. That was the biggest day for the game so far. But yeah. I'll make a Twitter on October 28th when the deal goes through, or 89 years. Oh my God. Hey, Deadpool here, breaking the fourth wall. Spider-Man's real identity is Peter Parker. Wait out. I think they'll bring Batman to save the game. Yeah. Hi, Dad. Poppy. Yeah, the Poppy thing was cool. Hogwarts Legacy has done a really good job this week as well. Whether or not they want to do that fourth student or not, this week was really, this is a good week for, well, besides the leak, I guess. It was a good week for Warner Bros. You got a lot of Hogwarts Legacy news Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You got it's just the character thing. We got the Gotham Knights preview. So it was a big week for Warner Bros. Suicide Squad just didn't come in to, save the day. I don't know any of the leaks. That's okay. I just saw the trophy leaks on Reddit. Oh man. I won't show it, but maybe I'll look right now. Let me look. I won't share it because I don't think that's not fair. Like I said, I'm a changed man. I think I'm pretty good with leaks. I honestly, I would go for the platinum for Gotham Knights, to be flat out honest with you. Let's see. I was afraid. Oh, I see. Okay, I see it. Oh yeah, without spoiling it, this website for the trophies of Gotham Knights, this is very common. I've seen this website before, multiple times, for trophies. So yeah, it doesn't shock me it's here because 49 trophies in all. It's actually a pretty solid number. Normally there's less. Hate the spoilers. Yeah, don't mess up the relationship with Warner Bros. Games. Hogwarts Legacy is coming. Yeah, well, again, I think I did a pretty good job hiding them myself. Here's the thing, though. I'm not going to police my own words. Like, Warner Bros. As a company, supporting Amber, supporting Ezra. I was on the Johnny Depp train for 2 months, covering the trial daily. I'm not going to mince words when it comes to, at least, I guess, the entertainment division, the movie division. Those guys are cowards, and they're siding with the wrong people, with Ezra and Amber. But yeah, I have nothing against the people. The people that make Gotham Knights, people that make Hogwarts Legacy, I think they're great people. I think they got a lot of passion for the games. I got nothing against them. But Warner Bros. As a company is trash. Disney, you could go down the line there. Will you be getting the Gotham Knights Gilded City magazines with the codes for Gotham Knights? No, I don't think so. Earlier today, I watched maybe 30 minutes of mostly uncut gameplay of Gotham Knights, and Red Hood really won me over. It surprised me as he was going to be my last knight. I think of the previews with the characters, Red Hood is the one I saw the least of, and I almost did that purposely because it's like I just feel like we've seen so much of him already. But to your point, like I think it's a different kind of feel to it in those preview events, more like uncut raw footage. So maybe I'd like him more. So I'll definitely I'll have to check it out. So I'm confused. What outfits do you get for the deluxe edition? Maybe somebody can maybe answer that, or I can look it up. Let's see. Honestly, I don't know. I don't plan on getting it. The deluxe edition. Let's see. I don't want to go. Well, if I go on the PlayStation Store, what's it gonna do? I like how it's an ad. Visionary pack. Exclusive Night Watch by Jim Lee Transmog. Beyond Suit Style. It's the suit. That's the one. Salvage to build new gear. Boosted gear. Exclusive emotes. So, the Beyond ones, I'm pretty sure, is what you get for that one. Which is cool. And a lot of the outfits looked really awesome. Oh, literally the Lion 917 answered it right below, and I'm too blind to freaking see it. I gotta say the Knighthood suit sets and Jim Lee suit sets are the only two suits in the game where I can really like all four suits. That's the thing with me for like, I like kind of overall all the suits, but I would say yeah, there's a couple. Like the reason Year One is my favorite group of the suits is because I kind of like all four almost equally. Whereas there are some, like Batgirl looks really good in some of them, but like maybe like Red Hood doesn't. You know what I mean? There's a couple of them where some of them are positive and some of them aren't. So yeah. Black Adam news. What about the? I saw a Funko Pop of Black Adam today. Yo, I'm excited for Gotham Knights. Me too. I'd say slightly less right now, but I can definitely see Kratos dying. Oh, no, yeah, I can too. I can imagine Kratos dies. I don't want him to. I can imagine he does. I'm just saying, like, if that got spoiled, well, good luck. Good luck on the internet, because I think everybody would know. It doesn't really spoil that much outside enemy types. Oh, well, let me look. Let's see. I won't read them out loud. Well, okay, I immediately see one. I really want to like mouth it because it helps me read. Okay, honestly, it doesn't seem like it spoils. Yeah, it could be a whole lot worse than this. This really isn't that bad. Defeating enemies, and there's how you get the enemy types. Let's see. Oh my god, 250 crimes in the city? Prevent 250 crimes in the city. Yeah, you know what? Besides giving away one villain class that people already know are in the game, yeah, actually, no, these trophies are not that bad at all. They're not that bad at all. Unless there's something for the side villains that I wasn't seeing. I mean, maybe like the pictures. Oh, maybe one. Yeah, it's really not that bad, to be honest with you. I mean, you guys can look. It is on Reddit, so. Not gonna lie, Alex, I used to be subbed to Savage. I don't know how to say his name. Salvage and Reforge Gaming, but both those YouTubers are toxic. Basically said every positive review is BS. WB paid them off, which can't be true for all because what you like or don't like is a matter of subjective opinion. You can never be sure. Yeah. Well, I won't go into. I mean, me and Salvage have past stuff, but leaving that aside for the purposes of your comment. Yeah, and look, I do think generally, I did say this, like with the previews, I think with any preview, and maybe in select cases for like reviews, there is a sense of like not stepping on any toes. I do think there's like a general kindness or like respect, which happens when, you know, they get a product and they maybe don't get paid. Like, here's the deal, and I've always said this: nobody gets paid. Nobody's paid off. So the idea that anybody's paid off to write a good preview or write a review is not true. The only thing that I would say is, like a review or like a press event or whatever, I do think it is possible that some in that circle are purposely like nicer than they would be, simply because you want to keep that relationship intact, which is also understandable. It's just, you know, I mean, it's understandable, but at the end of the day, yeah. So that's what I would say. I don't think anybody's paid off. I also think there's plenty of positive things to say about Gotham Knights, because there is. So, yeah. Yeah, I love Johnny Depp. I supported him the whole trial. I just wanted to see you preview some of the games. Yeah. No, trust me. I mean, and you know, and I was worried a little bit about doing the spoiler for Gotham Knights, because it's possible I get a review code. I don't think that changes anything. I don't even think them copywriting me honestly changes a single thing. Patrick Redding was liking my tweets today, you know, after I got copyright strike. So I don't really think it matters. It's again, it's outside of their realm. You know what I mean? And I didn't go around parading the spoiler as like the title of the thumbnail and stuff. So I think we're good. And yeah, and I'll say whatever I want about their movie division, which is complete garbage. I can't say the name correctly. I think Kratos will lift Thor's hammer. Yeah, I can. How do you say it? Oh God. See, I can't do it. I can't do it. Mjorn. I can't. Oh no. It's gonna be an issue because I want to do like theories and stuff, and I know I'm gonna have to like have it pronunciated into my ear like an earpiece to say his thing. But yeah. Oh man. I have a lot of theories for Gotham Knights. Hopefully I can freaking say words though. So are you playing Gotham Knights on the channel? Yeah, I plan to. I think some of the plans would be obviously a review. I want to talk about the ending. Again, there'll be no spoilers in the title or thumbnail, but talk about the ending. Maybe rank the knights. I'll be talking about DLC and like future things for the game. And then I do want to do what? I can't do the middle part. Mjolnir. Oh my God, I did it. Mjolnir. Oh wow, that wasn't that hard. I also plan to do a live stream event where I play with you guys. So that is something I want to do. I know I talked about that. Maybe a lot of like the newer people don't know. But yeah, I had wanted to do that for like years. Ever since they announced it was co-op, I've wanted to do some sort of event where I just do, we'll live stream it. You know, you join, we'll play a mission together, and then you leave, somebody else comes in, we do another mission together. That should be a lot of fun. And I definitely, the only issue with that is it's not cross-play in any way, right? So like if I get it for PS5, I can only play with PS5 people. Which does suck, because I'm sure there's people on other consoles that have been subscribed to me for 2 years, you know what I mean, that would want to play. And you could blame Warner Bros. Montreal, because I do think that's actually an issue. As of today, I finally pre-ordered Gotham Knights, the deluxe, the digital deluxe version. Nice. Which version of Hogwarts Legacy are you getting? Honestly, well, if I don't get it early, okay, I would do the deluxe, where you get it 3 days early. I would definitely do that. Did you see Ezra coming back to the Flash? I sure did. Doesn't make them any more likable in my mind. I believe the story will carry Gotham Knights. Everything else doesn't seem that good. Yeah, and the story does seem pretty solid, to be honest with you. So, and the gameplay, I think the core gameplay of Gotham Knights will be pretty good. It's the repetitiveness of the enemies that obviously the previews were a little worried about, and it could become an issue. Not saying it will be an issue. It could be. So I think the core gameplay may actually be fine, but maybe the repetitiveness hurts it. You know what I mean? So yeah. But we'll see. I still can't believe the story and the villains. Maybe I'm missing something when it comes to the villains, to be honest with you. The story, yeah, that's definitely something. The Black Adam news is supposedly there were leaks that were talking about Henry. Oh, yeah. The Henry Cavill thing. I did a video on that yesterday on my second channel. God, I hope that's real. I think it is real. Honestly, I do think Henry Cavill's back. I think The Rock did it. The man works miracles sometimes. And I thought defeating 10 spoiler. Okay, hold on. Let me look. Let's see. Oh, yes, defeat 10 blank. Yeah. That would be a spoiler. That's true. Sorry, I actually skipped that. I didn't see that. Good catch. Good catch. Can Hogwarts Legacy be better than Gotham Knights? Yes. I honestly think Hogwarts will be better in a lot of ways. I do. Zone M24, what's going on? This leak regarding Gotham Knights is better than I expected. Yeah, without saying anything, I didn't mind it. Like, I really didn't. I wonder if the Ravenclaw companion is going to be male or female. I think they'll do two. Well, I think it's equally likely that they would either do 2 and 2 or 3 girls, 1 male. So I do think it's possible. That it could be another girl. I'm going to say it's a male just to make it 50-50, but, we'll see. Also, did you see apparently Xbox players can pre-download Gotham Knights as of today? I don't know why for other platforms. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens where some like devices, whatever you want to call it, right, can do it early. Yeah, that's an odd thing. But they don't get to play it early, so don't be jealous or anything. Thor versus Kratos fight is going to be insane. It's going to be, even if you don't like Thor's design, I think you got to get hyped. You got to get hyped for that, even in the trailer. It was so good. The issue is, right, it seems like Kratos, I really don't think is going to kill Thor. I think it'll be the World Serpent, which, by the way, I was reading more theories on, and yeah, I really do think the World Serpent's going to be the one to kill him. Because of that theory that he, like, bites him. I don't think he kills him in that theory, but I think he will in general. It's like pronounced Mjolnir. No, is it? How do you say it? You have to have like an O. Mjolnir. I did it again. Wow. All right, I'm definitely getting there. I just have to do it 50 times, and I'll do a video on it, and I'll never talk about it again. Alex, you can do a playthrough as all the knights or just one of them. I want to do all 4. Like a full playthrough with one, and then do it again with the second, so on. Woohoo. Yep, I did it. If there is a sequel or follow-up to Gotham Knights, should it focus more on the Bat family or Young Justice League? I think a Young Justice would be cool. And I don't know if that's where they're going, because then you would lose the Gotham Knights name, right? So what's important to them? Is it this game basically spinning off more, or do they literally want this as a franchise to do like Gotham Knights 2, Gotham Knights, or Gotham Knights subtitle? You know what I mean? So it depends on what they want for that. I could see either or. Great job, LOL. I wear a Mjolnir every day around my neck. Oh, like a necklace? You have the hammer as a necklace? That's sweet. I'm still looking forward to The Flash. Yeah, and I always try to be careful, and I like to throw it in from time to time. Like, somebody said it, like, don't let somebody else ruin your enjoyment for something, right? So, like, if you're excited for The Flash, don't let somebody else, talk you out of it, unless you actually believe that. You know what I mean? But, yeah, look, I'm going to be strong on my opinion of The Flash. Ezra Miller, I think, is a garbage human being in every way. I don't think Ezra deserves the job. In a perfect world, I think if they had enough money, they'd probably recast and reshoot. But, yeah, if you're still looking forward to it, that's totally... I say that for games all the time. Like, if you buy or don't buy a game, it's your money. Who cares what I think? Who cares what IGN thinks? Who cares what previews of Gotham Knights thinks? That's another thing too, right? If people get mad, oh, the previews said this or that, who cares? There are people that have no meaning to your life. You know what I mean? Only if you let them, or if you want to, and that's fine. But you know what I mean? If you are into something or not into something, that's totally cool. And I do think, not to pat myself on the back too many times, but that really is like a core pillar of this channel, in a nice way, I don't care. I don't care what you think in a positive way. Like, you can think whatever you want. And I do believe many YouTube channels are their way or the highway, or you feel alienated if you don't agree with them. And I truly am not like that. And if I ever come across that way, I'm not trying to. You know what I mean? So, yeah. If you want to see, I will not see The Flash. I will not pay money for that movie. I'll watch it in other ways for free down the line. But I'm not seeing it. But that's fine. I'll see, but I'll see other things. You know what I mean? So, yes, the 30th anniversary for Mortal Kombat. Oh, I thought the 30th anniversary was tomorrow. Is it not? I thought it was today. John Campia loves Henry Cavill Soups. I like Henry Cavill's Superman as well. I heard pranks were confirmed in Hogwarts Legacy. Can you elaborate if you know anything about that? Yeah, so I don't know anything like more detailed than you do, but that would be interesting how they do it. So I imagine you buy items in the store, and then it saves to like your inventory, and then maybe there's select moments in Hogwarts you can use a prank on a student, or maybe if it's something like a say like an alarm clock to lure somebody away from something, but the alarm clock is a prank. I can imagine that's something, so you buy it at the store, it's in your inventory, it's an alarm, it's something that'll distract, it's a distract tool, and then you throw it, but it's a prank, and it gets the characters away from something, so you can use it in the game. I'd hope it's those kind of things. I think it could be. So that's what I expect. Well, that's what I expect. That's what I think it'll be. With all they've shown, you think the game was dropping next week. You think the game was out tomorrow, yeah. You think it's going to happen right away. Alex, there's no 4-player co-op mode? No, it's, it's 2-player. It's not split screen, so it's only online, right? Multiplayer for Gotham Knights. 2-player, not split screen. Otherwise, my wife and I honestly would play through the whole game. And then I would play with you guys, but I'd play with her first. But yeah, no, well, I don't know. The split screen stuff, I wish more games did split screen. I think it's annoying that games don't do split screen. Let me save this. I'm going to save this Gotham Knights trophy list in case I decided for a spontaneous video. No. Split screen is great, but obviously it's not there. And then it's not cross-play at all. So it's if you have a PS5, you can only play with other people that have a PS5. Which, that's the stupid decision. Is it the same voice actors in Ragnarok? Yes. Yeah, as 2018. What do you think about Batman's voice in Gotham Knights? Sounds almost identical to Troy Baker and almost a Batman versus Superman. Yeah, I like it. I like the voice. I was never too much of a fan, like loving it. I never really loved the voice at the beginning of the world premiere trailer, but it was fine. And the Batman voice in the training simulator thing was pretty cool. Was definitely pretty cool. So I'm fine with his voice. I think honestly he's one of the more steady voices the game has. I think some of the other ones are kind of all over the place, to be honest with you. This won't happen, but I want Beast Boy and Gotham Knights I want a Teen Titans game. I hope that's what they're making, is a Teen Titans game. Next. I wonder if Gotham Knights will have a New Game Plus. I don't know if they confirmed it. In fact, I don't think they confirmed it. I imagine it would have a New Game Plus. I think having the ability to replay the game with 4 different characters will be the placeholder for. Yeah, it could be. It could be. They could simply do like you start the game over and it is a New Game Plus. You start the game over, you carry everything over, but you can play with the same character again, or you can play with another of the 4. I'd imagine they do it, to be honest with you. But remember, they've talked about that, in depth, that huge after game or end game, stuff, and they've kind of left it like ambiguous. We don't really know what it's going to be, so that'll be interesting. Have the DC films gotten better since Justice League Zack Snyder cut? Well, there hasn't been any, right? To my knowledge, Shazam 2 really just looks okay. Black Adam looks pretty good. I'm actually going to see Black Adam the day it releases. And then you have The Flash, which no. Aquaman 2, I will not watch because of Amber Heard. And, so I wouldn't say they're in a better or worse spot than they used to be. I think the dislike dunking on Gotham Knights comes from a comparison to the quality of Arkham Knight. Yeah. And I've said before, the tough thing with the comparison is I totally get it, while at the same time thinking it's unfair. Like, I do think it's unfair to compare Gotham Knights to the Arkham games, but I totally understand why people do it, and I maybe would end up doing it as well. So it literally is just the way it is, with them having made Origins, and it's a Batman game, Batman family game. We had the Arkham games. There's very little DC games in general. You know what I mean? Like, I totally understand why there are comparisons. Is it right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Subjective. But I totally understand why it happens. But again, like, it's up to you to decide. If you don't care, you don't care. Yeah, Ezra Miller needs mental help and jail. I think jail first, but that's just me. The thing is, there are some content creators which get views from talking trash about games. It's not criticism. That's different. I've seen many for Gotham Knights. Then again, why am I surprised? Yeah, this can be applied for every modern game coming out. Yeah, there is something, I think, to, not to make this too long, I think there is something to the people that are overly negative, because they kind of rose to counter the people that are so fake and are overly positive. So I think for a long time on YouTube, you had very, very positive people, at least in the more critiquing game space, overly, but I mean, like, I think of like Video Game Nerd, right? Angry, but like that doesn't really count. So I just think of a lot of people that are generally fake, and then you have the rise of people that are kind of anti that and say, well, no, some of these games are awful, or like, I'm going to tell it how it is, but it turns out it's negative. But now I think you've seen both sides are equally as bad. You have people that maybe started telling the truth, or maybe they do tell the truth with some things, but their entire persona on YouTube is hating everything. And then you still have the people that are super annoying, that that love everything dishonestly. And so you have those two sides that rose up. And ultimately, I think what people want, at least what I've tried to do, is just be freaking honest. Maybe some things are awful, maybe some things are great. The funny thing, to quickly throw this in, like I've said, in some of these live streams before, as you get bigger, which honestly I've just recently started getting this. Well, I had gotten before that I'm overly negative, which is hilarious because I like a lot of things. However, when I make positive videos, my 2 positive videos in the past 2 weeks for me, I've had comments, more than one, say that I'm paid off to write positive things. So it is also the case that some commenters on YouTube are brainless, and you can't really win because you're always going to have people that either think you're being overly negative, or then if you're positive, they literally think you're bought off. And I couldn't be further from both sides. You know what I mean? I'm kind of right in the middle. And so when I see those comments, I think, yeah, there's no winning this war, this like conversational war. There's no winning it. So, yeah. Boy, that was long. All right, I'm going to try to rifle through unless there's a topic that gets me off track here. Did you watch Young Justice? I haven't watched any of Young. I don't watch much TV though. It's not against Young Justice. I just don't watch anything. Can I turn a person into a chicken? I don't know if they'll have anybody change it. Well, transfiguration. It could be possible. It could be possible then. Teen Titans would be sick. And I've been saying Teen Titans. I made a video on Teen Titans like a year and a half ago, so I want some sort of credit. Not from you, but just in general. I know so many are comparing this game to Arkham Knight. I'm kind of bummed about it because I feel Gotham Knights is going to be dragged down by Arkham Shadow. Yeah, I addressed it. Good comment, but I did it. I hope you can make them do the slug thing. Possible. Is Warner Bros. Okay with the leaks of the opening of Gotham Knights? Then yeah, that I said that yesterday. I was talking to somebody on the phone, and I brought up how the opening is known and pictures are known, and nothing happened to people who did that, but the ending is different. So I do think it's an overreach. The strikes that happened today, they're an overreach because it's not that much different than things that have happened in the past. Also, Ravenclaw companion or no? I say no. I say no. I say they're gonna hold the Ravenclaw till the game comes out. We may figure out the Ravenclaw companion before the game comes out, but I think like official confirmation they'll probably not say. I'm pretty. James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Yep. I honestly didn't love it. I thought it was okay. Actually, at the time, I thought it was really not good. I don't think I hate it, but I definitely don't love the Suicide Squad. Do you think there'd be 4 different endings due to the nights? No. Well, technically there are different endings, but it's the same ending, just a slightly different reaction because of them. You know what I mean? So, I mean, technically yes, but you know, if we're cutting out the BS, really no. There's one ending of the game. I think Gotham Knights looks a lot different than Arkham Knight. It doesn't look like as much of a beat 'em up. It looks more strategic. Enemies are stronger, gadgets and abilities more effective. Yes, and I think and your customization of the character and how you play the character is way more important in Gotham Knights than it ever was in Arkham. So whether that's good or bad, that's the way that the game functions. So that's a good point. They said only some different dialogues. Yes. If you like the characters, it shouldn't cloud your judgment for the Flash and Aquaman movie. Well, I don't really care about Ezra Miller's Flash at all. So that doesn't matter. I don't support the idea of Ezra being in films right now due to illegal behavior that any of us would get arrested for. Ezra is scot-free. So I don't agree with that. And then I don't really like the fact that the domestic violence perpetrator is in the movie when the victim was fired by the same company. Not a fan. So that does cloud my judgment when it comes to the movies themselves. Is that right or wrong? Ultimately, I don't care enough about the films to be like, well, I love the films so much, I'm going to overlook the garbage that's happening behind the scenes and see the movies. I truly don't care. Aquaman 1 was pretty good, but I could care less to see Aquaman 2. The Flash, I definitely could care less to see The Flash. So there's not enough there to make me forgive them. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. But that's, again, yes, is that aggressive? Sure, I don't care. That's me. You can see whatever you want. I won't tell you, you don't tell, and not to this specific commenter, not to Zeke, which is a good name. Hopefully that's the name of the Infamous 2, Zeke, or Infamous in general. But you know what I mean? That's just where I stand. Like, if you want to see it, you see it. I'm not seeing it. And I could care less. Podcast cute dog. Thank you. They're gone now. They're over there. They are the same price on release, so when it comes to quality, I'm going to compare Arkham and Gotham Knights. Fair. That's fair. They cost the same. You buy them. Now, am I going to do that? Well, I think, to an extent. I mean, any game that's like $60 to another game that's $60, you can maybe compare length. You can compare quality. You know what I mean? Yeah, again, I don't really see anything too wrong with that. And I'm not here to police your thoughts. So all my wife cares about in Gotham Knights or Hogwarts Legacy is customization and collecting. She is excited for the Room of Requirement. Are you a store guy or a collector? Wow. I don't. Huh? My wife just wants to Avada Kedavra people, so that's what she just said. So she's a little evil. Probably will play a Slytherin. Ravenclaw. She's gonna do Ravenclaw, so the friend that we don't know. No, I'm not really a collector of, honestly, for that kind of stuff. Story. Why did I say store? Did I say store? I can't read. I am a story guy. There's no such thing as worthiness for Thor's hammer. Yeah, I don't think, not in that world, in Ragnarok's world. The truth isn't always negative, and what's bad for some people might be extremely enjoyable for others. True. That's, and that's just the way it is. Like when I reviewed Saints Row, which I do think is a terrible game, I knew that I would have people that message and say, I actually liked it. I knew it. Even a game that I view as one of the worst games I've played in recent memory, I know other people like for that, what Joshua said, because just people are different. You know what I mean? Some people are going to like it, and but you just have to accept that. That's the way it is. Now, you can't hide your thoughts. So like in that review, I said it how I felt it. And if you don't agree, that's totally cool. Now, if you take the step for like insults and stuff like that, well, that's on you. So, yeah. Angry Joe was good when it was just him, but since he had Alex, I think that, Alex is his name. Doesn't feel like anything I feel. They just complain now, so I stopped following Joe, sadly. I watched some of his movie reviews. I think his movie reviews, you have some of his negativity, and then you have some of his positive. Like, he likes a lot of movies, so I watched that. I don't watch any of his news stuff. I watch some of the angry reviews, the games. His Saints Row one was. He's a talented guy. I may not agree with him. In fact, I don't agree with him on many things, like including gaming and movies and stuff. But I respect the guy. I think he was very important for like the early YouTube push. His mark on gaming YouTube is pretty big. So I definitely give him respect there. And his angry reviews are, he's talented. Overly negative? What? I've never so far seen you overly negative. Some people just... Now, maybe I've gotten better at it. I definitely have probably gotten better at it. But what? See, my wife doesn't even think I've gotten better at not being overly negative. But, like when I was bashing Life is Strange 2, could I understand people saying I'm overly negative? Maybe. But, I mean, I thought I was pretty fair to Life is Strange 2, to me. And, but it's not like I hate every... Again, that's the stupid thing. Like, I really did used to be said all the time in comments that I'm so negative. And it's like, I love so many things that are coming out. And I think I did a ranking video of like the top 15 games that I liked that released so far this year. So it's like, how do I hate everything when I can list you 10 to 15 games that I liked? But again, like, you can't please those people. Those people do not actually watch my content. So you might as well laugh at them, make fun of them, and then move on. And that's what I kind of do. Gotham Knights could be one of the best games of the year, if not game of the year, compared to several games that came out earlier in the year. I think if all things go right for Gotham Knights, it could be in the top grouping. The issue is there are a lot of good games about to come out. So while Gotham Knights could be, say, in a top 5, 10 things so far, there also haven't been a lot of games. And there are going to be, like a Plague Tale Requiem, I would expect to be in a top 5. God of War Ragnarok is probably a top 5 game. Callisto Protocol, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy Crisis Core. There's some games that I think are going to make some big impacts. Even Sonic, if things go right for Sonic Frontiers, maybe that makes it. So, you know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough. I'm still a little bummed out that they had to cancel the last-gen versions. I'm just hoping they eventually add it to one of the game streaming services. I think it'll be on Game Pass. I honestly think Gotham Knights will come to Game Pass in like 6 months. My tinfoil hat theory for MK30, something revealed they announce and release X game on the same day. That'd be insane. Yeah, that'd be nuts. It's possible they tease something, but I don't think they'll do like a quick release. Do you make Nightwing the leader of Teen Titans or Robin? Ooh, man. Maybe Robin because he's younger. So, like, if they literally want to go Teen Titans, like, they want to make them young. And it depends on how young Raven, Starfight, like, it depends on how young they'd want them to be. Then I would do Robin. MK introduced me to fighting games. I think it did for me, too, honestly. Or maybe it was Soul Calibur for some reason. So I remember playing Soul Calibur. In the upcoming Suicide Squad game, do you think we will have the ability to kill members of the Justice League? Possibly Batman. It would make sense to kill him after Arkham Knight. I think some Justice League members will die, but not all of them. So I don't think like a Superman and Wonder Woman would actually... And now Wonder Woman most likely will start good, but then maybe get hypnotized or whatever and turn bad. But I think some could die for shock value, but others I don't think you'll actually murder them. I think they'll be freed from Brainiac. Could we see Raven in Gotham Knights? I don't think they'll show any Teen Titans, but I really would want the next game to be Teen. To be honest, I really do. Pet companions in Hogwarts Legacy. If not, what do you think? I'll say no. I'll say no. You will use the Fantastic Beasts in combat and to like find things. So I think that's kind of like the best of both. Oh, well, yeah, unless you count, like, yeah, if you bring, like, an owl to school. But, like, companions, like, you would take them on quests with you? No. Will there be creatures and stuff? Yes. Will there be creatures that maybe even can help you in fights? Yes. But I think it'll be pretty limited. Yeah. so I'm not going to see the Flash. Me neither. Have you played Castlevania Lords of Shadow? Was that like the more modern reboot-esque kind of thing that came out around God of War time? Is that name Castlevania Lords of... Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's old. Oh, no. 2010. Was there a sequel? It was an anime. I think I did. If there was a sequel, I played the sequel. If not, I played this. But I didn't play it much. But I definitely remember. I remember when it was coming out, that game, actually. Are you going to watch previews and such for Hogwarts? Yeah. I think, honestly, it'd be a stupid move for me from the channel if I ignored it. I'd want to personally, but I'm not, I have to, for content, do it. Oh, Christy did it. I would have to do it. If I didn't have a channel, though, I think I'd go in blind, to be honest with you. Is Kojima throwing us off gotta be a horror game, right? Oh, man. I think the one he's teasing so heavily with Al Fanning, that's Death Stranding 2. Is he making a horror game like a Silent Hill as well? Maybe. I'd say like 50-50. Well, no, I want to give him more. I'd say 60% chance he's making Silent Hill 5. Silent Hill 5. Bizarre, you support Ubisoft for their illegal behavior. Well, okay, here's the difference in my... Well, it really isn't that much of a difference, but I guess where I stand is Ezra is the star and is literally in the film. So, like, the Ubisoft stuff, a lot of the people that make your... And also, I have a kind of counter to that anyway. A lot of the people that make the games, they're completely clean and they're completely fine. Also, if we're going to go after people or companies that do bad things, get ready to boycott every company that you know on planet Earth. Because if you don't know where your cell phone once came from, then you're also a hypocrite, if you believe that stuff. So, which I think... Yeah, you did this the last time too, Parker, and it's the same response. It's a stupid argument because you would boycott everything in your life then. So throw out your phone right now or whatever you're watching my stream on because you shouldn't support them. But I do get that there is a tough line between... Cell phones are made in factories. Yeah, well, what factories and when, go back in history a little bit and you could find some stuff. But, yeah, the workers in the factory, I don't think they just make them. But yeah, no, but that's important. I get that, though. But, like, for me, like, Ezra and Amber are in the film. They're in the film. So not only are they stars, and Ezra literally is the star, but like the people working on the movie, they all know that and they all have to support that. Whereas like Ubisoft, is Ezio an evil human being in real life? No, because he's not a human. You know what I mean? It's workers working on the game. So those are definitely different things. That's what I think. Could Poison Ivy be a potential villain? I think she could be in it. Although, it seems like the villains are spoiled in the game, so maybe somebody already knows that, but I do not know. Alex, I'm curious, what do you think of Harley's voice? I know it's... No, yeah. I didn't like it at first. I've warmed up to it. So I don't think it's amazing. It's definitely not as good as Tara Strong, but it's not awful or bad. I'd say it's, fine. and I've said this before, a lot of the voice acting in Gotham Knights sounds fine. I don't think a lot of the voice acting is good. I think it's decent. King Greek, what's up? Combat needs to be faster. Maybe it is. I mean, I do think it's going to be slower. You could probably speed it up a little bit based off your play style, but it'll probably be slower. SF6 and Tekken 8 looks insane. They do. Ghetto Samurai 21. I'm doing good, buddy. How about you? Do you think the new Wonder Woman game will be in its own universe? I think it'll be its own universe. Yeah. I think it'll be its own universe. Although I'm not... I wouldn't rule out it not being its own universe, but I do think it could be. I wonder how violent the Court of Owls will be. Hopefully very. Still weird that Rocksteady decided to make a Suicide Squad game that resembled Sunset Overdrive, but set it in a very dark... Yeah. It is very odd. Their decision-making in general is very odd. Do you think Kate Kane will show up in Gotham Knights? Possibly. Although, as people kind of pointed out, I mean, maybe she's too young. Depends on her age, right? So it's definitely possible. I hope we are all still here to play Hogwarts Legacy. The God Putin might have some other ideas. Yeah, well, hey, when it comes to world stuff, man, not even to get political, because trust me, we're not going to do that. But you just got to take things in the moment, day by day. You know, enjoy today. Enjoy like this lead up to Hogwarts Legacy. Imagine, I suppose, you're going to get to that day, but if you freak out about the future too, and this goes for literally anything, if you freak out about the future too much, it's not going to be a good life. You got to have some sort of mentality of being in the moment. Even if it's just a little bit of you got to be in the moment. We need another Twisted Metal, and we will get one. I heavily believe I heavily believe the rumors of Twisted Metal, so that's definitely happening. And you could take that to the bank. Killer Croc was scary in Arkham games. He exists in Gotham Knights. Do you think we'll confront him? I hope so. But it could just be an Easter egg, what we saw. Janessa, what's going on? Cell phones. By the way, Sony has acquired Tarzan franchise right. I saw that, but the whole reimagining him thing, like completely telling his story again in a new way, does not make me thrilled, so... Yep, there was an interview with the silent... Yeah. Dale, tomorrow morning on this channel, I talk all about that. So definitely watch that video, man. I saw that interview. What villain would you like to see in Gotham Knights? Killer Croc. Killer Croc is my number one. I have not yet watched the Harley Quinn show. I heard a clip from it from my friend. He played it on his phone, and I heard it, and it was a very funny clip. So... Arthur played a clip from it, and it was very funny. Almost everything that isn't gaming is made by a robot, mostly. I mean, that's not even... I guess that's not true. All right, do you think the storyline of Gotham Knights be hyped and marketed as one storyline, then drastically going in a different direction like Arkham Origins? Well, I know the spoiler, so I don't really think I can answer that question. I think there'll be twists, if that's what you're asking me. Did you see the news about Five Nights at Freddy? Yep, I did. I think the Nick Cage one could be better than that one at the end of the day. No spoilers for what was revealed. However, what would you like to see in a Gotham Knights sequel? Well, that's tough to say without spoiling it, right? Could be a villain or gameplay change. Okay. Like I said, if they morphed it into a Teen Titans game, that'd be really cool. Damian would be very, very cool. Can't comment on Batman, so I won't. Batwoman, yes, I'd like to see her in it. So I don't think you would increase the number, though. I think you would keep it at 4 or less for like a Gotham Knights 2, or if you made it a Teen Titans game or whatever, you'd still have to have it 4, not even like you and 3 other people playing it, but like 4 characters in the game you could play as, 4 or less. I don't think you increase the cast. I just don't think they can handle that, to be honest with you. I agree Harley's voice sounds better when she is more serious. Yes. Yeah, when she's all over, when Harley goes over the top, you have to compare her to Tara Strong, and she's not even close. You know, it's, again, that's like a natural thing to do. So when she's just taught, when she's, not that, she's a lot better. I think the game looks great. Just the dialogue worries me. Yep. That's definitely possible. Or definitely something that could happen, I guess. Do you think we will be getting more superhero games? Yes. Tons of Marvel ones, and then hopefully we get some... I think we will. I think we're going to get some DC ones as well. So, yeah. Batwoman's possible. What unannounced DC game would you like to be announced? Superman. Just a Superman game. Niffler to steal stuff. Yeah, like that. Riley, that kind of stuff. What happens if Batman is still alive when we get introduced to Damian Wayne at the end of Gotham Knights? Well, again, I know the spoiler, and I'm not going to say the spoiler, so I'm not going to answer that question. I think Damian, well, here's the thing, okay? Without going into the spoiler, I don't know how Damian Wayne, or if he's like part of the game. They've always been very secretive on Damian Wayne, but have always made it seem like he will appear at some point in the story. So I have a feeling you will see him in the game, but I do not know. I hope it's a soup. Yeah. Did you already speak of the evil Poppy? Yeah, just a little. She does look very scary. She looks more serious, right? Poppy looks a whole lot more serious. No, I like it. I like what they did with her. Her character kind of threw me through a loop because I really thought, oh God, like not Sai. I think of like Natalie for like because it's close. Not Sai. I really thought like I thought they were gonna like or I guess depending on how you read her character description, her and Poppy kind of sound the same, but they're obviously not. So, but I like Poppy's character description. Gonna be one of those more like she comes across as like a Luna Lovegood, but like more serious and more like maybe a little nasty or mean, but somebody that's like she's a loner. But in her case, it's because she kind of like hates everybody, right? And in Luna's case, it wasn't that. So that's honestly, I get like a Luna Lovegood, but with a mean streak. That's the kind of vibe I get from Poppy. So she'll be cool. And I know she's, a lot of people's favorites. What unannounced DC games would you like to see announced? Oh, yeah, Superman. I would take Superman if we're doing solo stuff. Aquaman. If we're not doing it, Teen Titans would be a good one. Those would be kind of my three. Do you think Alfred will die? No. I think enough people have died. They wouldn't kill Alfred. To be a Teen Titans game, they have to increase the cast. That's true. The Teen Titans would actually be more. And that could be why they don't do it. So we'll have to see. If Catwoman isn't in Gotham, yes. So that's a good one, Philip. Yep. If Catwoman, I take Catwoman in a sequel. I want WB Discovery. Yeah. License them out. And we've been talking about that for a long time. Pedro, what's up? Do you think Gotham Knights will feature 4-player at some point, considering that leak from months ago? I don't know what leak you're talking about, but maybe I do. Man, I don't know, because that's such a fundamental change. If it was something smaller that they could do in a patch, I think they would. That seems too big for them to kind of add down the line. But I guess games have done more, so maybe it's possible. Sebastian seems very interesting. He does. Love your channel. Thank you for the amazing content. Well, thank you for watching. And like I said on Twitter, whatever happens with this channel strike, I mean, I know I can trust, I know you guys have my back. And I felt good for a long time about the community we've built, whether it's my kind of Scream exclusive community or Gotham Knights or DC, Hogwarts, gaming in general. I think we have a real good group of people here that grows every day. And, good catch, Christy. Christy's on it. My one and only mod. Sorry, my wife. My wife's on it. But yeah, no, I honestly think we have a really good group of people. And I think, overwhelmingly kind of all very respectful of each other's opinions and, don't get too mad if we say something others don't agree with. But you guys had my back today, and I really do. The tweet blew up, the copyright strike thing. Now, did Team YouTube respond? It's funny that they didn't, so I actually think that's more hilarious. It's more hilarious that they didn't respond than if they did, and it was the stupid bot that said, like, I don't know, the generic bot thing. But no, thank you. I really want to thank you guys. Should have maybe done that in the beginning of the video. But thanks for the, on Twitter, I thank people every week, every Sunday. I tend to like tweet out how much I appreciate you all. But you guys had my back today, so thanks. All right, I'll get through what we got. If there's anything huge that you want me to say, get it out now, and then we'll call it. Let's see. Luna is my fave, but Poppy hates all people. Right, yeah, there's a contrast. She strikes me as more of a Newt. Oh, okay, yeah, maybe. But see, Newt kind of comes across as like a loner, but not purposely, not that he hates people. Where she literally seems like she doesn't like people. Spawn game would be cool. When people are saying Beast Companions, you think they're thinking WoW Companion? You mean like World of Warcraft? Or WoW Companion? I don't know. Is WoW supposed to stand for something besides World of Warcraft? I want WB to allow the Nemesis system. Agreed. Agreed. I don't think it should just be Monolith that uses it. It should be any Warner Bros. Studio, but yeah. Alex, so will Suicide Squad game release early 2020? I think probably like June, around Arkham Knight time, or in the summer. I think Gotham Knight's combat is similar to Spider-Man. Evade system is fairly similar in some animations. Yeah, could be. I mean, we'll find out, right? Because we're all going to be able to touch that thing in just a few weeks. Fourth companion, yeah, we will. In Hogwarts. The Ravenclaw one, they're just not showing. But I think we're going to get it. Is linear single-player games yes, they're my favorite. Spec Ops: The Line, oh my god, what a game. Underrated, and I played that game around when it came out. I rented it, and I beat it, and that was a great game. Oh, yeah, gotta catch up. I think it's weird they're not giving us alternate suits for the Knights we've seen elsewhere. For example, why not add Arkham Knights Red? I think they will add there'll be a lot of DLC suits. I really do think so. I'm doing good, man. Just patiently waiting for the release date of Gotham Knights. How are you? Doing good. Dealt with a copyright strike, but beyond that, it's been a pretty solid day. Alex, I forgot to mention my earlier comment, but great job with the channel. I enjoy your content. Well, thank you. Thank you, Joshua. I appreciate it. You guys are very nice. Inviting me to special websites. Oh, yeah, the chat. Don't follow the chat bot. Don't do it. Hey, Alex, glad to make it live. How are you? Good. I'm glad to have you here down well. How are you? I'm doing solid. What do you think Rocksteady does after Suicide Squad Kill a Justice League? I mean, if they wanted to do a Superman game, it would be the best time, to be honest. And I know that's cliche or that's an easy thing to say, but I mean, this is their chance. This is my first time responding. I've been on the fence with Gotham Knights. I still think graphics and gameplay looks better. However, I'm still looking at the reviews. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. The reviews I do think are going to do it for some people, are going to be the deciding factor, which is totally understandable. Wish Gotham Knights was dropping sooner. Yeah, I agree. Trust me. Trust me. I wish the game was out faster. I can't say, although they really didn't give me that many instructions. In fact, they didn't say I can't say it, but I do have a game I've been talking a lot about that I am really excited for. I have a review code for it. And, yeah, I haven't played enough of it to say anything, and I can't say anything anyway, but, yeah. Oh, no, another bot. I'll get it this time. My wife. She doesn't want me to say her name, so. Oh, no, she beat me. It's not Gotham Knights. I don't have Gotham Knights right now as an early review. I have another game. You already said that. I would love a Teen Titans game. Agreed. It's just, can they handle it? Always love your channel. Well, thank you. Would you like to see DC versus Mortal Kombat 2? Yes, please. I sent you a DM about the 4-player leak. Do you think that was on accident? Like an oh. I think I remember that. I think that was on accident. Renting games back in the good old days. From Family Video was the place. Yes, it was in reference to, to World of Warcraft. Yeah, nothing like that. Definitely not like that. More situational than anything. What do you think about the Sonic video game? I'm on the fence, but I'm going to be keeping my eye on it. Did I watch Twin Peaks? No. Should I? I feel like I've heard of Twin Peaks. I thought the Jim Lee skins looked amazing. They do. Superman would be super easy to make into a game. Why do people think it'd be hard? I think nowadays it's, the idea that it's hard is kind of thrown out the window. What game do you have? I can't say. It comes out close to, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. They can't get me. It comes out the same week as Gotham Knights. It's not Gotham. We will always have your back. Thank you. Anything, let's see. What do you expect from Mortal Kombat 12? Honestly, I'm not, I'm not into Mortal Kombat, all that. I don't know the lore enough. I don't have any specific wants for it. Is the review Resident Evil DLC? No. But I cannot wait for it. Plague Tale. Well, that's a good guess. Who would you have as a main villain as a Teen Titans game? Is it Slade Wilson, right? That's how you say his name? Probably him. All right. I'll call it there. People are going to get too close eventually to the review code. I don't know if they'll give me Tales from the Borderlands, honestly, Pedro, because I'm too mean to it. All right. thank you for being here. One quick ask, seriously, don't click away yet. Just give me 2 seconds. If you guys would please, for those that missed it earlier, if you would show some love to this tweet. This is the copyright strike that I got for the video last night on the channel. If you guys could like it or retweet it or whatever, just to kind of get their attention. Like I said, I don't want to make too much of a big deal about it after today. But if you guys want to do that for me, that would definitely help. And we'll see if we can get that resolved. And that's pretty much it. Videos on the weekend, Gotham Knights stuff, all that good stuff. Going to start God of War content pretty consistently starting Monday. Scream. There's a very special thing in my Scream video this Sunday. I know you guys may not be into it, but it's going to be kind of cool. So maybe check that out, at least the beginning of the Scream video Sunday. And yeah, that's kind of Sunday Scream video. Next week, God of War content. Next Friday could be a Hogwarts Legacy guest, potentially. We're working on it. And merch, close. That's close. I do want to have merch, but I'm going to wait for 75K to do merch. But yeah, watch the Scream video. Watch the other videos on the weekend. Follow me on Twitter. Support that tweet. And overall, again, thank you. Truly, thanks for today, for having my back. Thanks for being on the live stream. Let me know if you liked it being later at night. We had a pretty good crowd. I don't know if it was better or worse than normal, but if you guys want me to stream later and not like late afternoon, instead during the night, let me know right now. Or in the comments, just say, stream later or whatever. So, yeah. All right. I think that's everything I needed to say. Many videos over the weekend. And we'll be live next week for Hogwarts. And then we'll do Gotham Knights stuff pretty heavily the week Gotham Knights comes out. Probably a couple streams. All right. Thank you guys for being here. And show the tweet some love. And we'll see you all.